Google Forms, limiting access to the live form by students or other respondents. So I often get the question, I want to create this Google form and possibly post it on my Google Classroom page, but I really don't want students to have access to that link until some specified time. So I want to have control over when students are able to access that. So you can do this in a couple different ways. The first step, of course, is creating your form. So once you're in your Drive, you're going to navigate to the folder where you want to place the form, and then click on New and choose Google Forms. If it's not right in these first three, it may be under More for you. It just depends on how frequently you access Google Forms. So I'm going to click on Google Forms and create a new one. And the first thing you always want to do with a document is title it so that you can find it later. All right, so I've titled it Password Form. So the first way, once I create my Google form, say I have a whole bunch of questions here, and I want to make sure that I give the live form. So view live form, I can copy this link. You can see that I don't have very many questions here. Obviously, I just have the generic one. But here's the link that you would put under link as an announcement in Google Classroom. Back to my form. If I don't want students to be able to view it yet, I can always go up to the menu bar to Responses and click on Accepting Responses, and I can customize the message that students will get if they go to that link and I have it turned off. So this form has been turned off. The password form is no longer accepting responses. Try contacting the owner of the form if you think this is a mistake. That seems fine to me, but now when I go to View Live Form, you can see that my students get that message that it is not accepting responses at this time. So it's a quick click in your Google form when you want to turn it on. So if you have students in your classroom, you could say, okay, I'm turning on the Google form right now, and then all students or respondents will be able to have access to your quiz or to your questions. Another way to limit those responses, I'm just going to turn this back on quickly, is you can create a password. Now, it's not really a password, it's kind of like a fake password. So maybe my question title is password. Help text is please enter the password given by your teacher in the text box below. Then I'm going to choose my question type, which of course is going to be text, and here's where the magic happens. Here's where they would put their answer, but you can click on Advanced Settings, Data Validation, Text, because you want them to enter certain characters in text, and then you want to choose from all of these Contains. So if I put in here contains, let's say, Bulldog 14. Maybe that's the text that I want to be my password, and maybe I have a custom error text. If they enter it incorrectly, are you sure this is the password? Make this a required question and click Done. There's one more step in this process to make sure that they can't see the other questions on the test. You want to make sure you add a page break. So right here, I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Page Break. And so this is maybe the quiz itself. Done. And you can see that there is a page break right here. So after page 1, I can choose go to page 1 password form, go to page 2, or submit form. I want it to go to page 2 or continue to the next page. It really doesn't matter which one you pick because they will both bring you to that next page unless you have multiple pages and you want it to go somewhere else. So on the second page, if I wanted to start adding my quiz questions, I would just go to this Add Item button, and maybe I want to make it multiple choice. I would enter my question title, choose multiple choice, put in my options, and if I want to make it required or not, and then click Done. So now when students go to the live form, They will only see the first question. If I enter this incorrectly, maybe I put the word welcome and click continue, the message they are going to get is, are you sure this is the password? If they enter it correctly and click continue, it will bring them to the rest of the quiz. So you could have them open the quiz, go to the first question, and then give everyone in class the password at the same time, and then they can all start the quiz simultaneously. So there are two options to limit the access to a quiz or to control when students can actually get to the content. I hope this will help you in your classroom. Have a terrific day.